As we always do, we like to bring up the top 10 deficiencies and findings that are out there. This is since the previous information session. So over the last 6 months, this is the top 10. And of course, we start off with number 10, and that is the permit to proceed. These do shift around a little bit. This permit to proceed deficiency actually was ranked a little higher. I don't remember what it was previously, but it was more common than it is now. But this is the question of where the auditor's on and says, okay, can you tell me about your permit to proceed process? And where the captain's not maybe very savvy with those pieces of information or that part of the TSMS. So that's what that one there is about. Again, these first 10 are to do with the audit process. The next one is the inspection, testing, and maintenance of records. So everything from your portable fire extinguishers to life-saving, hydrostatic testing on your life rafts, those types of things, EPIRBs, all of those types of records are the number 9 finding currently over the past 6 months. Shipboard lighting, the emergency lighting throughout the ship or throughout the vessel, if you will, that's the number 8 finding. So whether it be crew accommodation spaces, deck lockers, engine room, the type that, we push the little button to make sure they illuminate the emergency lighting in that fashion. So either missing, not working, or no evidence of them working for having a 2-hour duration. Then the number 7 one is the notification prior to audit. It's a bit surprising at this point. We still have this one come up, but the audit notification to the OCMI is the number 7 finding. Now, we do find that people are getting these notifications out to the OCMI in a lot of cases, but they're not hitting the 72-hour mark. So they're more along the line of 24 hours or somewhere along that line. Now, a lot of times the Coast Guard will still say, okay, go ahead, proceed and do the audit, which is great. But even if they say that, we still need to have that written down as a finding, because while the Coast Guard authorized you to go ahead and perform the audit, which is a great thing, right? We don't want them to cancel and say, oh, no, wait, you got to wait 72 hours, right? So they're allowing you to go ahead and proceed with the audit. That's still a finding. Those need to be written down. And of course, the corrective action plan is whatever it is. Sometimes things happen and it does get forgotten. And that's, while it's not excusable, it's understandable. You would write that as your corrective action plan of what happened and what you're going to do to prevent that from happening in the future. I'm going to hit number 6, and then I'll have a pause here for a couple of seconds. So the internal audits for TSMS certificate. So under the TSMS option, obviously you all have to have an internal audit of your management system. Some people have forgotten that element or forgotten it 1 year. So we're seeing that happen as well. Again, that's the internal audits, not the external audit. All right, number 5 audit finding here is navigational assessments, whether not being performed, not documented, not being transmitted to the person who's coming on the next watch. There we go. Personnel records, TSMS doesn't specify and/or the captain is not maintaining the records of when someone assumes the duties of a lookout. This is a specification that's in there in subchapter M, obviously. This is specific to the duties of a lookout. So when you have someone assign those duties, it needs to be recorded in your TVR or your TSMS, however you say you're going to record that information. It has to be there. Next one is the items to be recorded. So this is a really wide spectrum finding. There are about 10 different things that have to be documented according to the TSMS. So you have your training records, your drills, your maintenance, pressure relief valves, all those maintenance type of items. They all have to be recorded in your TSMS, in your TVR, or as your TSMS specifies. So the lack of records to support what you're doing in your TSMS might be a way to kind of summarize that one there. The number 2 also is shipboard lighting, which we saw a moment ago, but this one here is specific to the portable light that's supposed to be in the wheelhouse. Most commonly, it's a flashlight, which is totally acceptable, but just make sure you have one there and it's available, it works, and your crew knows to say, here's where my emergency light is. Engine room as well. So engine room and at the wheelhouse. Number 1 audit finding over the last 6 months is the permit to carry excursion party or the temporary extension or alteration of route on your COI. So this is one of those interactive questions where generally the auditor will say, can you tell me about your excursion party process, or when are the times that you can deviate from your COI, or how would you work that out? masters aren't familiar with those responses on how to handle that.